Welcome to the... Why
are you doing it again? Hey, bitches, we here.
Yes, you're here with Brittany and Brandy today.
Same people.
Yeah, honestly,
Same people.
just really fuck that bitch, Brooklyn. No, I'm just kidding. She said if we come to her house, she could do it.
But like,
that's
then we
not
just,
realistic.
Yeah, we have to take all of this.
Takes so much longer. And Barb abandoned us today.
Yes, she did. What is that bitch thinking?
To help Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Have other plans other than the podcast. Rude. We should go
very
online
rude.
and call her a hater.
Do you know what we could do?
What?
If this goes well tonight with us using this, Brooke said she could come if Barb would be there with her kids on the monitors. So if this goes well, she will have no excuse.
Yeah, that's true.
To not come hang with us next week.
That's true. Okay. But today we are talking about...
I already forget.
What? I'm going to tell you. It's fine. I'm just going to tell them. I'm going to tell you. I really am just going to work. We're talking about being a religious female like today in modern present day.
Modern day America. Sounded weird.
No, in like modern day, like, I mean, I feel like being religious 100 years ago or 50 years ago or 1,000 years ago, all of it was so different.
I mean, 1,000 years ago, you would have probably been murdered for being religious.
See, I mean, tons of things. I mean, it could have been. That's what I'm saying. It's like so different.
Yeah, it changes.
But either way, I mean more in modern day, like in the 21st century. Or,
yes.
Is it the 23rd century?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Century?
You're making yourself look stupid because we don't know. We should probably know.
No one on here is a hater that's watching.
They're not supposed to be.
They're not.
But they could be here under false pretenses. They could be joining us as a lover, but really be a hater.
I just saw an influencer post about that today.
What?
She literally, like, somebody in her comments on a post was
Your leg is putting a lot of weight on my leg.
That is what sisters are for. Hold me up, bitch.
I mean, I hold you up, but don't mean I gotta hold up Thunderfy.
You don't leave me enough room. We can't both Indian style.
I'm on my own square. You are overlapping onto my square.
Because I have to be.
Why? Who said that?
The rules. Is this little tail showing?
I don't know. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Will you look?
It was going to be good.
I don't think it is.
I see no tails.
Okay. Right here? Okay.
She has a secret rat tail. She doesn't want you to know about.
I didn't fix the back of my head again.
It's becoming a common thing for her.
Oh, yeah. It's fine.
It's like not wearing your pants when you're on a Zoom call.
I know. I love it. I love it. Okay, either way, this influencer was saying, and it did pertain to religion too. So it's interesting. But this person commented on her post and said something about her looking like a trans person.
Oh.
So rude. Anyways, and this other follower...
I mean, that is like insulting to everyone.
Yeah. This other follower said, yeah, she kind of does. It's because she got all this work done and blah, 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 all this stuff like going on. Well, she like obviously like clicked on them.
Side note.
Yeah.
The shit that people have the audacity to say online.
Yeah.
Honestly, shocks the shit out of me.
Yeah. And she kind of said that too. But she like obviously clicked on their page to block them.
Yeah.
Or something. And I think when you click from there, maybe it goes to their messages or maybe she clicked to see if they messaged. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Probably either way, like to see if they've ever messaged or comment on anything before, like replied to stories like before. Yeah.
The one had not. I don't even think that they followed her. They just like happened upon her, whatever. The other one has been following her for years, commenting, replying to stuff for years.
Positively?
Kind of a little bit of both, mostly positive, but fake. Like asking her to like share her business or like saying stuff or saying that she likes stuff, like random things. She kind of would go back and forth a little bit. I don't really know. But either way, she was like, I literally know this woman. She goes to my church.
What?
And she's on there commenting that.
Does she think that she
can't
can't
no idea. I was like, what in the world? But she shared it and the username. The woman must have like reported them and they got them taken down because I guess sharing someone's like name and is a hate talk technically. But she was hate talking.
Yeah.
Either way,
isn't that
she
interesting?
shared screenshots of a lot of the messages the woman had sent, and she's like, it's just funny how she like acts like this to my face and acts like this to me, but then obviously is commenting here totally different
and
as like a hater.
She goes to your church, which means that she is a Christian.
Yeah. And they're like a Church of Christ or something like that. So I think it's like a Mormon
That's
type
shitty.
thing. Maybe, I don't even know. I don't know enough about that. But either way, she was just saying that like said that she didn't share a lot of stuff like that for years because she didn't want to, I don't know, people to attack the other people. But then she was like, I'm just so tired of bullies.
Yeah.
And I'm so tired of the whole like fake religious people. But yeah, I want to talk about religion and being religious today. Some of the stuff that I feel like I go through, maybe you. Do you want to talk about anything that like you feel sometimes like maybe something you do? So I'm going to give you an example of mine.
Yeah,
And maybe
I
you
want
don't
an
just
example
because I don't even
because I
know
have
how
no
the
idea what
words
the hell
to
you're
describe
talking
it.
about.
But I'm just going to give you an example. I probably within the last year to year and a half, I'd say about the last year, avidly started praying before I eat every meal.
Oh,
Okay.
I fall short in that.
Sometimes I've gotten so much better about it recently. I would sometimes get embarrassed about it in public
Why?
because you're like, let me just bow my head real quick.
Okay.
And
so
pray.
you like don't do like the sign of the cross?
I go to non-denominational now, and like they don't do like the sign of the cross. I still do it in my head, and sometimes I do it, but like I don't.
Why though?
I don't know. I just don't feel the need to like make the sign of the cross. It's just a personal thing. It's fine.
I guess.
Whatever. Sometimes I still say it in my head.
As long as you're just not doing it because it is it draws attention.
No, I don't think
Okay.
that's it at all. Because I won't even do it like at home. Sometimes when I'm like praying before bed, I just am like start talking to God.
I sometimes I just talk to him, but most of the time.
Okay. Anyways, we're not haters over here.
Okay.
Don't
I'm not
shit-
hating.
I'm just kidding.
Hating.
Either way, so sometimes I would just feel a little bit embarrassed. Like
Okay. Yeah.
people look at me, it's noticeable.
When you pray,
Yeah.
why?
I don't know. I feel like I see people looking at me. I mean, usually my head's down and my eyes are closed
Okay.
and my food's in front of me. I don't freaking know.
You could pray before they bring the food.
Sometimes I pray with my appetizer.
You could pray before you go in, but then
No,
yeah.
I don't feel like that would be like hiding.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
I was doing that and I came to the realization.
So you were catching yourself doing
being a
yes.
little like rushing through it maybe because I was like, I want to
Yes.
stop.
Okay.
I try
That's
really
good.
hard not to do that whatsoever now. And I really just think back to one, what the frick does it matter? And two, if someone came to me with a gun to my head and they were like, are you a follower of Jesus? And if you answer yes, I'm going to shoot you. I'm still
Yeah.
going to answer yes.
Yeah.
So I kind of just look at it like that with praying. I'm just like, if someone had a gun to my head right now and asked me if I was a follower of Jesus, like I'm going to say yes and they could shoot me for it. I don't care because I'll die for that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of the same thing. Like if you're going to judge me
I mean,
for
I
it, I
kinda-
don't, I'm willing to be judged
I know
for
what
it.
you
I don't
mean.
care.
And like I have kind of gone through some like things like that before and felt that way. But then like I think of that passage and I'm not like a quoter, so I don't know it word for word. But it's something
Not a
about like
quoter.
he who like denies me in whatever I will
Yeah.
deny him to my Father.
Oh,
He who
yeah.
like recognize whatever, like in different Bibles, I think it even says different words. But like he who like recognizes me and like praises me in public, I will praise him to my Father. So like that, it
I
makes
don't
me
even
think
know if
all
I
the
know
time.
that one. That's good.
Like anytime that something like that pops into my head, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm
never,
gonna make
yeah.
sure that my stance is known.
Yeah, I will never ever deny my
Because-
religion.
Yeah. But anyways,
That's good.
but I used to, like how you feel, like you say you feel like that in public. I really don't give a shit in public what people think or who thinks I'm doing anything. But when I first got married, like weird, but I think it's because, or maybe just like in general, when we first got together, Shane wasn't brought up in like religion, or not that he believes in God, but he just like wasn't a religious person. I feel like those things probably like weighed in on it. But anyways, I would not want him to like, I don't know if I didn't want him to know, or just the same feeling that you are. Not that you don't want people to know
You
that
want
you're praying.
Shane to know?
Yeah, but I like would pray at night, but either before he would come to bed, or like sometimes when I really want to concentrate on my prayer and I don't want to be distracted and I don't want to be like, I don't want to fall asleep before I get done praying, I'll kneel beside my bed and pray like that.
Okay.
And if it's like something really like big, or I don't know, like I need a lot of strength to pray, that is like my go-to. Like
You lay on the
always
floor.
I hit the knee, like hit my knees,
hit the
like
knees.
always on my knees.
I lay on the floor.
So I'm just like
That's when I get anxious.
on my knees and like praying and like doing whatever. And I would like not want him to come in the bedroom and see me doing that.
Interesting.
Which is weird.
Now,
and I'm not even sure I ever like
interesting.
admitted that to myself.
Uh-huh. Did you talk to him about it?
No.
Oh.
But like I don't give a shit now and I do it and like he's coming before and be like, do I need to come back?
I'll give you a few.
Do I need to come back?
I'll be back. And that's pretty nice.
Or like, but now I'm just like, no, bitch, get your ass down here. Like,
no, we got stuff to pray about. Come join me.
We got things to do.
we have work to do.
But like, I don't know. But yeah, I did feel,
Okay.
I mean, I felt how you feel, but I'm not sure I ever, and it could have just been like newness and just like, you know, uncomfortableness.
But you guys had just got married and you dated for 6 years.
I don't know if it was like when we got married or
you guys
when we
didn't
just
live
like
together
first got
before.
together. Well, maybe it was then.
So it had
I
to be.
don't know.
Is that hair soft?
So, I have this
touching
problem.
it
I
and
just
touching
can't stop.
Sierra pulls right here all the time, and I'm like,
Why would she
I'm like,
pull on
I'm like,
it?
bitch, stop touching your hair.
Why? Because she pulls on
I think
it?
it's just like a nervous thing she does.
Oh.
She not really.
Was this
pulls.
bothering you?
No,
Okay.
it might be bothering them. I'd get pretty annoyed
They can bother them if it wants to.
if a follower.
Anyways.
follower.
Yeah. So
That's a really good one and good point. We can kind of touch on that a little bit, but like being religious, kind of like dating, or like I've started talking to people before and found out very, very early on, obviously, that they were, I don't know what the name, I don't know. I'm not going to, it started with an A. I'm not going to try.
Agnostic?
Yes. They don't believe in anything. Yeah. Anyways. And I was just like, yeah, no. So like, I'm not even going to entertain that.
That's a no-go.
And they literally like said something about it. And I was like, as soon as they told me that, I was like, yeah, listen, we can't do this.
Yeah.
And they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, God is a very large part of my life. I cannot be with someone that doesn't believe in God.
Do you think that maybe you were supposed to lead them?
I still stayed friends with them.
Oh, okay.
Not like super close or anything. No leading happened. They needed help with things.
Because I think about
other
that
things.
sometimes. Like Lincoln has a couple little friends that he has, and he said, like, I don't know, not too long ago, he was like, they don't believe in God. Or he said, they said God isn't real and neither is the devil. And I was like, well, if one exists, the other exists. If you believe in one, you believe in the other.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But anyways, and I was like, well, honey, that's their opinion. And you know your truths and like how you feel. And like part of me wanted to say like, you're not hanging out with them anymore. But then on the other hand, I was like, but what if he is the one who eventually will like show them or something? I don't know. So I was kind of torn on that.
Because honestly, they're young. So that just means their parents are like that. And they haven't even had a chance to form their own opinions yet. So yeah, let them.
But then again,
maybe
I'm
grow
like
up
on
around
the other
you,
hand,
I guess. It is kind of scary though.
Yeah,
it's
because like he's so young and so moldable at this age.
Impressionable,
so that's kind of like a tough thing, like as being a religious like parent.
That's a hard one. I don't think that friend wise, I don't think so. You just have to make sure that like your kids are strong in their faith and they see you be strong in your faith and stuff like that. But like,
because as a grown up, I would never want him to not be friends with someone just because they didn't believe in God.
I just wasn't going to date this person because it's never going to go anywhere. I can't marry you if we date.
You don't have the same like.
Yeah, it's just then what, we can't have kids because my kids are going to be raised like that. I can't have you telling my kids these other things.
Yeah.
So, that was just like not going anywhere. Like I said, we stayed friends. It was fine. But I think dating, that's definitely something that
I feel like you got to get it out in the beginning.
And even I've been on like dating apps before.
A lot of them ask that.
And they ask that. And I 100%, as soon as I say that they're either atheist or agnostic, I'm just like, swipe, nope.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't need to welcome that into my life at all.
Yeah. I mean, it is. Honestly, I feel like it was harder. Like there was a time. Did you feel like there was like I feel like maybe it's just that like people are coming out more and they want to make sure that like their views are seen. But don't you feel like talking about God is like more open now than it was a few years ago?
Oof.
Because I feel like it is.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Really?
I mean, I think that maybe
it could be just the people that I follow.
I don't even know
stuff.
if I mean that. It's just like we've matured and we've grown in our faith. And I think that and I'm not sure, but I think just other people like that just gravitate towards each other.
And that could be the
and we're
thing.
probably just more surrounded by it. One, we follow more people like it, and we're more open to talk about it.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like as you mature, you're just like, this is me. Take me or leave
Yeah,
me. You
maybe
know?
that's it.
So yeah, as far as like dating, I will say, even with like having friends, I feel like it's something I look for in a really close friend.
Yeah.
So like my friend Sierra,
Mm-hmm.
story of my life, I think God put her in my life. I think God put her in my life right at the perfect time, right when he knew I needed her, stuff like that. And I tell her
he
all the
definitely
time, and we
brings
tell
people.
each other all the time. We're always just like so thankful that like have you as a friend and that God put us in our lives, like stuff like that. And she's like also religious, and we're both like growing
Yeah.
in our like
When I go to be
growing a
friends with
relationship
someone,
with God.
I think about that thing that they say, like,
what?
show me the 5 people that you hang out with, and I'll show
Mhm.
you your future.
Okay.
And so I just think to myself, like, why would I want to like grow a relationship
Mm-hmm.
with that person if that's not what I'm seeking out of
Mhm.
life?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like that's really, really good. I just feel like I don't have ample opportunity to like make friends. Like there's
Yeah.
not
Which
a lot of
maybe
people to make friends with around here, you know, like
Yeah.
around my age, around like the stage of life I'm in. It's like hard. So to find one good one,
yeah,
like luckily I have sisters. God gave me.
God-given best
God,
friends.
God gave me 2 best friends when I was born.
He knew you were going to need them.
Anyways, but like other than that, like definitely it's something I would look for in a friend 100%. But I have other friends that like I've never even talked about religion with.
Yeah.
They're not like super close friends though. Like I could just be like your casual friend.
This is not on the subject, but it just like branches off of what you were just talking about. But we went to the playground on my way home from work, and Lincoln's been wanting, I can't say they, Hudson will go to any playground, but Lincoln's been wanting to go to the specific playground we haven't been to. And I said, we can go if there's no one there, which I know that sounds awful.
Why?
I just said, okay, I said specifically, we can go as long as it's not like
Packed.
jam packed.
Okay.
And it's just because of like my still germaphobe parent that's there,
Mm-hmm.
which all the kids have touched all the things anyways. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why.
What, are you gonna go wipe it down first?
But it's just
like
like,
you wipe
I
down
don't-
clean?
I don't know. I don't want my kids to be like, I don't know.
He's going to school and he's playing with other kids.
No, that's not even it. I don't know.
You're
I don't
afraid he's
want-
gonna get beat up.
It wasn't really Lincoln either, I don't think. Like, I just didn't want kids to be mean to Hudson or like push him or like not share the thing. I don't know.
So
It
you're
makes
worried
me
about Hudson,
uncomfortable.
not Lincoln?
Yeah, I was more worried about Hudson.
I don't even think Hudson
'Cause
at
Lincoln
the
goes
age
to
like that
school.
they would even
But
realize.
that's not the subject,
Okay.
though. Anyways.
We'll get to it.
So as soon as we pulled it, we pulled up and I was like, Lincoln, there's nobody there. And we were both like, yay, like the whole playground to
Yeah.
yourself. Like, that's a good thing. And soon as before I even turned my car off, 5 cars pulled in.
Wow.
I swear, I don't know if they like talked to each other. They didn't even park beside each other. So I don't think that they even knew each other. I think it was just a coincidence.
Yeah.
We picked a bad time.
I mean, it was only had like a couple hours of sun today.
But it wasn't super sunny when we went.
Oh, I don't know.
And it was honestly kind of close to dinner time. So I was surprised.
Okay, get to the
Anyways, so all these kids come and I'm like, shit. And then they were all like younger than Lincoln. So there was an older boy that ended up showing up. And Lincoln was like, maybe I can be his friend.
Aw.
And I was like, that's so cute.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, they ended up playing. And his grandpa was the one that took him. And his grandpa started talking to me. And he said, before we came, he told me, he said, I'm going to make a friend.
Aw.
He said, I think I'm going to make a friend at the playground. And he said, sure enough, he made a friend. And I'm just like, it made me think like how innocent friendship can be sometimes. Like they knew each other for 10 seconds. They didn't know anything about each other. They didn't know any of that. And they didn't even care. It was just like, they were friends.
Yeah, kids are like that.
It's
They
just-
don't have to
I
worry
loved
about like
it.
what religion are you? Where
What
do you
political
like,
views?
What's your like work schedule? Are we gonna be
Yes.
able to do this? Do you have dietary restrictions?
Yes, like
Are
where
you
do you,
allergic to peanuts?
where do you live? Like
yeah. Is this a
it just is-
convenient hangout?
It was so innocent, and
Yeah.
it just, I don't know. It was really refreshing.
I mean, I swear, I sent a thing to Sierra the other day, and I was like, adults being friends, it said, and it was like, you have to schedule a time to hang out. And it literally is me. I literally text her, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing Thursday afternoon about this time?
Yeah.
And she's like, that's so us. But like, if you work or like have a schedule or kid, like
It's really the
kinda-
kids factor.
I don't have kids.
That's true, and neither does she.
And I work
So it's
from
probably the work. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I like to have meetings. I like to have
I need to write something in my
scheduled.
planner, Sierra. So can we please
I
hang
don't
out
write
Thursday?
anything. I don't write our hangouts in my planner though. It probably gives me some kind of anxiety that I don't write it down.
I don't know. That's funny.
Yeah, but either
Anyways,
way.
it was so
No, that is great.
innocent.
I feel like I go out and do things or like try new things or go to new gyms or like fitness classes and I'm like, I want to make a friend. Or even when I go to the gym, I don't make friends every time. No. I try. Sometimes people don't
How
talk
do
to
you
me.
try?
I'll be like, hey, I love hearing this, or like, hey, I see you here a lot, or something like that.
I think the difference though is like these kids legit,
Mhm.
they like saw each other. They're like, he looks about my age. Yep. That's going to be it. They walked over. Do you want to be my friend?
But no. Something, listen,
Legit.
I like it. Men are like the same way. Grown ass men are like the exact same thing. They can be
Okay.
a friend like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Women are not always like that.
Okay.
I don't know. Women.
It just was so
What's up
funny.
with this?
Do you want to be my friend? And he was like, yep, I got a challenge for you. And then they were friends.
Really? How funny. I don't know. We need to get back on religion though.
Yes.
But I feel like, what was something else? Oh, someone wrote a question in and
Oh,
they
yeah.
said, what was the turning point for you that, like, when you realized that you wanted to have, like, grow your relationship with God or want to have more of a relationship with God? And when I read that, I was kind of like, the first thing off my head was like, does she not follow me? Because I've been a long time follower of God. But then I was like, okay,
Does
no.
this bitch not follow me?
No. But then I was like, wait a second. One, I haven't always been as vocal of it. Two, I was raised Catholic, which I just feel like was too routine
watch
for
it,
me.
girl.
No, I just feel like it was too routine for me. And I feel like they kind of told me what they wanted me to know. It didn't have enough freedom for me to actually learn about the scripture and Jesus and like so much stuff. I just didn't feel like I knew enough or had the ability to. It was just literally like, come and follow these steps. And I don't want to do that. So one, it started for me probably when I switched to non-denominational. I immediately felt welcomed. I love to travel and try new churches. I did travel when I lived in Austin. I tried another Catholic church and I did really like it. And I didn't get all the feelings that I usually get here where it's just like you walk in, everyone's judging you. People like are catty behind your back. They like are
Go
church
right in
on
there.
Sunday and then they like are fake the whole rest of the week, you know? It's literally a thing. I felt that all the time with Catholic church and never once in a non-denominational church, no matter where I was at, all over the country, I've never felt that. I'm always welcome. So like that was one thing. It made me want to go more where
I
like
think
I didn't feel like that
you
with the
get that-
Catholic religion.
You don't get that at other Catholic churches because nobody knows you
that could be it.
when you travel.
It could be. It could be.
And I don't know that it's, I mean, you do, I guess, go to other churches here.
I go to
One
churches
church.
here and there.
One church.
No, I've tried several churches. I've tried a lot of
Okay.
different religions actually. All Christian.
I know. But like, I was thinking maybe it was just like our area.
No, I go to one literally like if I go to one,
Mm-hmm.
a non-denominational one, it's literally right here in Fairmont and I know a good bit of people there. Then there's still a good bit of people I don't know, but either way, I don't care. They're also freaking welcoming to me.
That's good.
So that was like a big thing, made me want to go. Then I don't know if you've been to that type of church or whatever. They actually like teach you stuff.
Mhm.
Like I learned so much about Jesus and the Bible and God and everything that happened from going to church just for like a little bit amount of time. What is going on?
Don't give it to me, whatever it is. I do not need any more of that.
I felt like that movie right there.
First Almighty.
I'm talking in speaking
Best-
in tongues. Speaking in tongues.
Best part of
Okay.
any movie. Hands
Anyways, I went to Catholic school from
9
K,
years. Oh, yeah, 9 years.
Yeah, K through 8th grade, so 9 years, and we had religion class every day.
Yeah, we
And
got
I
grades on it.
still don't feel like I learned, and I went through like First Holy Communion and baptism, and I remember having to memorize
Confirmation.
stuff with
Yeah.
confirmation. I don't know any of that now, and what does it pertain to me? I don't freaking know because it's not anything I use, but like still it's just so crazy. I just learned so much, and it actually like makes me want to go and read the like Bible on my own and like think of stuff rather than just be like, here's what they didn't even read a lot of Bible in the Catholic Church. It was like, here's those one part and then we're gonna like talk on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It was just like different. Anyways, so that, but then I feel like the really big probably turning point for me was just like, and kind of how we mentioned, like almost just like you're kind of sleepwalking through life. I mean, I'm doing all the things career-wise and all that stuff, and I'm hitting goals and blah, 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 just not really feeling like fulfilled. And at the same time, it was kind of like I've been going at my own way this whole time, or kind of like saying, this is what I'm doing or whatever, or like this is what I'm going to do. And it's not working for me. It's not working. I'm not.
You've been like setting your own way.
Yeah,
like your
my own
path.
way's not working for me. I'm going to surrender myself and just do whatever the frick you want me to do. I'm going to listen to you, and I just need to listen to it and surrender to it, which is honestly like hard. And I have to
oh my gosh, it's so hard.
I have to like pray it and kind of commit to it like all the freaking time.
Thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry I kind of got off on this, like this is what I wanted and I like went full force at it or something, but like if that's not what you want for me, like I'm sorry, like I totally give it over to you. I surrender to you. Whatever you want, show me the way. I will go that way. You know, you have to redo it.
Yeah,
you have to remake that commitment all the free time. But I feel like that was kind of really just for me. It was just like, my way's not working. Why am I fighting your way? And stop doing it. And then stop doing that. And then I don't even know. I just felt like maybe an age thing or something. I just feel like I have gone through stuff in my life and I don't want other people to go through it alone. And I just want to help people. Like I really just want to freaking help people, and I want to find more ways to do it. And I know through God is the way to do it. Mm-hmm. He will show me the ways to help more people, to touch more people, to uplift more people. And I just need to, I don't know. That was kind of it for me. I don't really know. I really don't know. I also had like a really bad relationship that I just felt like kind of separated me from myself. And then I felt really ashamed for like letting it take me away from my family and like really consume me and probably
put space between you and God.
Probably because I was probably felt like the whole time I was doing what he didn't want me to do, like making my own way, going my own way. So it's like, I'm kind of saying no to you and making my own, you know? So I feel like after that relationship ended, and this was probably like 3 years ago at least.
I was thinking about something the other day and I was like, it seems like only yesterday, but it was like 6 years ago. And I was like, whoa,
it's crazy. But I remember after that, I really started like getting into Bible journaling and like reading my devotional and like reading like some scripture and like regularly going to church or listening to church online. I honestly feel so blessed that I can watch church from anywhere online, from literally the comfort of my house. I know that some people, and I hear all the time, they're like, oh, I still want to go to church. Yeah, I'd still love to go to church too, but I don't live in a place that has all of these like options for churches. I feel so blessed that I can turn it on TV and I can get the same thing that these people are getting. Yes, it's not the exact same experience because you're not immersed. I swear sometimes when I go to church, I just cry. Like the lights are off. No one's looking at you. You get so into it.
You said that the other day. I was like,
really? Like crying at church?
Yeah. I was like, what are they talking about? I don't know.
I can't remember. Sierra said she gets emotional at church too.
I mean, sometimes I do.
Okay, I'm just telling you.
I mean, to be completely honest, it's been a while since I've been at church.
Yeah. I will say that's like literally one of my like things I love to do. I go take a trip. I like to try new gyms and I love to try new churches.
I love going to different churches.
And I don't know why I get gym intimidation real bad trying new gyms. I never get it with a church.
I mean, that's different. Nobody's like watching you use a machine a certain way or
that's true.
Judging how much weight you're lifting.
That's true.
Or wondering if your leggings are showing your sweat.
These are all true.
Yes, nobody's doing any of that at church.
Yeah, but I definitely
like, we're so happy you're here.
I know. I love doing that. So I will say
is what the gym should do.
They really should.
We're so happy you're here.
I'm going to start telling people that at the gym. They're going to be weird now. Yeah, okay, what do you feel like for you? Do you feel like you had what was your turning point that you were like, I need to have
in general,
I
because
still feel like it's a thing.
we were both raised already knowing God from day one, which is a blessing. But I also have always been I'm a rule follower.
Oh yeah, we're both rule followers. Don't try and
And-
skip us in line. Don't think we're gonna skip anybody in line or break the rules.
Yes, I'm not going to break the rules.
No.
Anyways, though, so I feel like my whole life, like going to Catholic church or going to Catholic school and like being raised in the Catholic church, like I believed what I was supposed to believe when I was supposed to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like did those things. And I did have a relationship with God. And then I feel like
Woman. Nah, nah. Sorry.
the stress of my life, maybe, or just being in that like awful survival mode that I talked about for so long. And then COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it kind of opened my eyes a little bit to, I was,
Like being a sheep.
well,
A
not
little bit of a sheep.
maybe, but I feel like I was more believing in a religion
Mm-hmm.
than I was believing in God.
Oh, that's a deep
I
one.
was
could
more
see
like
that.
worshiping and praising a religion
Mm-hmm.
which was created by people
Yeah.
than following
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
worshiping like actual and it wasn't really it wasn't the Catholic Church that did that to me,
Mhm.
because I still consider myself a Catholic for sure, but I just felt like doing those things and being that way made me just like, I don't know,
Mhm.
made me feel that. Does that make sense?
I
Okay, so
1000% agree with that
Yeah.
because I really don't. This is going to be a hard one, but I don't really believe in the segregation of religion. Really, I feel like if you believe in God, you believe in God.
I mean,
You're
I think
never
that
gonna
everyone's
align-
a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, only if you believe in God are you really a Christian. though.
I'm saying all believers are Christians. Like
Yeah.
that's really the only thing
that's
that
what
I care
feel
about.
like, and I just feel like you're never going to 100% align with like
Every single
single thing
Yes.
that specific like type of Christian believes in. Just like take what you can and still have your
Which
own
absolutely.
relationship and stuff like that. So it's just like, that's why I feel like I've tried a lot of different religions too, probably because it's like, I don't really care so much that like, oh, this is the pie chart or whatever. And like
Yeah.
this slice of the pie is Catholic and this slice is Baptist. Like, why can't we all just practice together and
Yeah.
love together and I don't know, stuff like that. So I don't really believe in that. So I totally get the whole, like some religions are very, you're Catholic. This is what Catholics do. This is what Catholics believe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And not just like you believe in God and you're a follower of God and,
And
you
I mean,
want to
I
just
do-
spread good.
I
and-
believe a lot. I mean, obviously, that's been my whole life. So I still believe quite aligned with the Catholic religion.
quite
But-
aligned.
quite aligned. But when COVID happened
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden no one was allowed to go to church.
Yeah.
And I don't know other churches because I wasn't at them either, but I mean I don't think that any of them were having church. And I
No,
just
they
felt
were all
like,
closed.
okay, hold on a second. The only thing that God ever cared, like that, was the collection of people worshiping him.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to tell us, and the church is going to be okay with
Mm-hmm.
us not doing it anymore, even if we want to.
Mm-hmm. You mean going?
Yeah. Going
So,
to
like-
church. I was no longer allowed to go to church,
Mhm.
even if I wanted to.
They were still doing it online.
I know.
Not all of
But
them,
it's-
obviously.
Different. And it was just like at that moment, I realized that my relationship with God needed to be between me
Mhm.
and God.
I feel
I no longer needed to go through some certain vessel in
Mhm.
order to have the relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that
definitely agree with this.
kind of made me feel like, okay, the ball's in my hands. I can't depend on anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously can't depend on them.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowing me to come there.
Yeah, they could just shut me down.
And they're going to, no one's going to control when and how I'm going to worship Jesus.
Yeah.
So I feel like was a little bit of a turning point for me because I was like, you know what? I can't just go to church anymore and be like, okay, I went to church. It's done.
Yeah.
I
you
had
needed
to
do
take
other
control
stuff.
of my relationship with God.
That's good.
So I feel like that was
I
kind of
feel
my
like that is
turning
good.
point.
Yeah. That's probably something really, I feel like I feel you there. Let's talk about something. I want to talk something you kind of want to do in your religion, but like, or with your faith or whatever, but maybe you just haven't got around to it. You're procrastinating with it or intimidated by it or like something like that.
Finding a church for my family.
I mean, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one.
Because even when I go to a Catholic church, Shane doesn't go with us.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though he believes in God, he doesn't, he
Like
gets
all the
nothing. He
formalities
gets nothing.
from-
Like he
yeah.
doesn't get anything from going to our church.
Mm-hmm. I will say the only thing with that one is you haven't tried any other churches.
I know.
You need to
I have
like,
not. I know.
get
I
on
need.
it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm procrastinating.
Yes,
I'm
okay,
putting
I
it
feel
off.
you. I feel
need.
you.
And even Shane the other day was like, "Listen, we need to try out a couple churches
Yeah.
because like he even wants us to go as a family
Mhm.
to
What
church."
about you trying that one that lady told us about? It's just a far drive.
It's a little far, and I'm thinking that I'm going to have some church intimidation. I'm not
Because
really
What? Yeah.
I'm
I
more
feel
of
like she sounded like everyone was really welcoming there.
I mean, yes, but I'm more of like a tiny little hole in the wall church, or
Mhm.
like a church that's just in a random building.
It's okay. You could try it though.
I
There's-
could.
And you're taking your whole family. So like,
Yeah.
who cares? You got your whole comfort blanket with you. The box you live in is coming with you. No.
Not my comfort blanket. Taking my kids to a new place is not a comfort blanket.
Okay. Well, maybe just go without your kids one time.
No.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you, bitch.
I need to do it. I just
will
need to rip the
tell
Band-Aid
you,
off.
it's not that far away. I passed it on the way to the
Yeah.
drive-in.
Yeah, it's not that far. I need
So
to
I
try
wanted
it.
to tell you that. For me,
What are you procrastinating?
cracking open my Bible and
Uh-huh.
actually reading the scripture.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have the Bible app, so I'll go and specifically search for things,
Mm-hmm.
or they have like verses of the day, and then I'll read farther and I'll read around that stuff like that. I have devotional books that give you stuff to go and look for. So like I
Mhm.
do all of that, but like to actually just like open it on my own and read scripture,
It's hard.
because one, it's just like I almost just don't know where to start, I think is what it is for me.
Well-
I'm like, do I start at the beginning? Because all of these things, like I've tried to Google it and they're like, they all start at different places.
Well, I got a Bible
Mm-hmm.
that someone recommended, and
I got two Bibles that people recommended. I'm stocked. I got highlighters.
It
I got
tells
pens.
you when you read, like you read the first thing, and it says after you read this, go read this, this, and this, because that's it in order.
See, that's the problem. I feel like you can't just like start.
Yeah. And then I get a
Because
little
it's not in
overwhelmed
order.
with like all those other things. Secondly, I have not read I will say I have not read the entire Bible
No.
by any means. But what I have read of it, because I started at the beginning
Mhm.
and I read it what it said. I haven't got to like,
Any of the stuff you know about?
no,
Oh.
I haven't got to like the loving,
I remember.
forgiving, happy, welcoming God.
Yeah. I remember
I'm
when
in
you were reading
the
it.
very dark,
Yeah.
scary, intimidating, like I'm living the fear of Jesus.
Yes.
Like that's the God I've been
I
reading about.
actually
and
remember when you were reading it and you were like talking about it, and I was like, "That's scary and depressing."
yeah. And I
And you were
I
like,
kind of
"Yeah,
stopped
this was this and this is this," and
because of
they
that.
said this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"We're all gonna die, and no one's going to heaven." And what in the world? I was like,
I
"We have
don't
no
know.
hope." I don't know. And then
It
I just
was
was like,
rough.
"I have to just keep living and hope that I'm
So I think that maybe
doing my best."
doing
I
it
can.
again, I need to like skip to Psalms.
Psalms are always good. Psalms are always good. But yeah, I felt like maybe I just need like, I don't know if they're out there and if anybody's watching this has something like that, but like kind of like a guidebook.
I'm telling you, my Bible has a guide.
Well, then why do you get intimidated by it? You said you kind of get like all over the place with it or something.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard because they say like after you read this and go here and read this, and I'm just not super familiar with all of it yet. Because like you, I get devotionals and they just have like,
Yeah.
tidbits from
Mhm.
here and there, or
But I just feel like even with devotionals, and I mean, I have some really good ones that I really
Yeah.
feel like I like, and I've had some over the years. At the same time, that's still someone else's interpretations of it, and I want to read it for myself.
I also,
Uh-huh.
when I am feeling like, which I haven't felt like this lately, but there for a while, there was probably like a month or two that I felt lost, like totally freaking lost
Mhm.
in every aspect of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't even know what to do, like at all, had no clue what to do. And I just would, when I feel like that, I'm like, okay, I need God to speak to me. I, for some reason, cannot quiet the fuck out of my mind enough to hear him say anything.
I specifically
like-
say a prayer for that because I swear
I
it
know.
happens. I literally say, quiet my mind so that I
Yes.
can hear you.
And I'm like, show me a sign. I mean, honestly, you're going to have to put on a fucking billboard because like I need to be smacked in the face with it in order to actually get it. So I will open the Bible and just like whatever page I turn to, and I'll just put my finger down and I'll start reading. I'll be like, you're going to tell me something in this paragraph.
you know that audio on like reels, and it's like, you better fix my entire fucking life, you little shit.
Yes.
Like that's what you're saying. When
You better fix my life right here in this little paragraph. So I would do that and I would read it.
No, really, did it ever work for you?
I don't know. I mean,
I
like,
don't feel like I've
a
tried that
couple
so many times, and I'm like,
and then I'm like, maybe I'm trying to interpret it how I'm still not trusting my ways. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trusting my interpretation of it to not be like blinded. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or like skewed
Directed
a
or
certain way.
something,
Yes. Because my subconscious wants to do its own thing. I don't know.
That does not work for me. It never has. I swear the last time I did it, I was like, come on,
the
Jesus,
last time I
give
did it, I
me-
think it was telling me something about you.
Really? Because mine told me I read the entire mother freaking like
Yeah, I was like, I didn't get anything from there. We're gonna keep
section.
going.
I did. I
Yeah.
was like, maybe it's still coming. I mean, I read till the end.
yeah.
It gave me nothing. It
Yeah.
was like a story about like
This was about 3 sisters, but one of them was a whore. And I never heard that story before. And it was awful. Yes.
I think mine was something to do with money and like possibly I don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
But I swear, and I mean something you're talking about money, like obviously we can pertain that I could not. There was nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with my life. I could not interpret it. I tried.
Yeah.
And I
don't
was
know.
like,
It's never worked for
this
me.
This is not working. Barb says it works for her though.
I
That
even
bitch could just be reading it
I
wrong.
even
She could
read
be making it up.
Yeah. I read a book and I don't think I finished it completely.
Funny.
But I was reading a book and it says I heard God laugh, I think is what it's called.
Oh.
And it like he teaches you how to pray,
Oh.
which is really crazy. And there's like 7 steps to like how to pray.
I really just talked to him.
And one of the steps is to do that with your Bible.
Open it.
Yes. And just like go to a random thing. And like, it's never worked for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if my Bible is broken.
No.
This is
Something
probably
with
broken.
that, yeah. Something with that. Probably. We'll just keep trying it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not
eventually
going to give
it's
up.
really good. Maybe we should just like try and figure out where the Psalms are in the Bible. No, open to those.
Yes.
Those ones are way more open
Thou
to
shalt be
interpretation.
loved by all. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to go love my neighbor. Yes. I don't really know. Is it, if that's worked for you guys, please let us know. That's definitely something I've really just wanted to do it. I swear on my life, I messaged a girl who I know reads the Bible. This was like years ago now. And I like asked her if we could do it together. And she was like kind of strange about it.
Do you know what's really
And then
weird?
never
I have a story about
Did that with me.
Hmm.
She said we could, but then just like never would like set a time to meet up with me so we could do it. She did help me like find a Bible, like told me the one that she had, and then I like got another one too.
You'll have to tell me who this person is in a few minutes because
Really?
I have I
don't
have
know
a
if
story.
I want to. I'm gonna keep this to myself.
When I was in that really bad place
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know what to do, I was I was watching other people who I felt had a strong relationship with God, and I was like, what are they doing? What can I do? Like,
Yeah.
what can I mimic in my life
in my foot.
to be like them?
You're on my square.
And like, obviously I tried to surround myself with people who had a strong relationship because again, I want to be more like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I like saw someone that I'm friends with and they were talking about a what do you call that?
Bible study.
Yes. A Bible study. Yes. They were talking about a Bible study that they did with like a group of mom friends.
Okay.
And I was like, oh shit, that's what I need.
Yeah, that sounds
Yes.
great for
and
you.
I was like, I bet that like all of their friends are super like
Did
that
they
too.
not welcome you in?
I was shocked and like honestly hurt a little, like a good bit about it because I reached out and I was like, hey, that seems like
Were they local?
I'm not going to say too much Okay, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But
This is strange.
I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds perfect. And I reached out and I was like, oh my, because she had said
Your
like they
friend's
were
coming
having
back
one.
out.
Is she doing? Listen, y'all, I started working out, so I'm gonna get rid of that friend. She won't come back. Anyways, so I like reached out and I was like, hey, I saw that you did this. That seems like so much fun. Like, I really feel like I need that. That would help me so much in my life. Like, I would love to surround myself with more people like that. Blah, blah, blah. Can you tell me like when you do the next one? And she said, oh, we just keep it like a really small, close-knit group. So that's it. Like that. She said, we have like a really small, close group. So it's not really like a public thing. And I was like, but I'm not public. I'm your friend and I'm a mom and you love God and I love God. And I'm like, I reached out and like told you that I needed like some God and some help. And like, I feel like that was the opposite of God.
Yeah, it was. Those are like those things I was telling you about where they like
Which
go to church and
shocked me
pretend
from this
and then
person because like I never would have guessed that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that hurt a little bit.
Yeah. I wouldn't take it like I wouldn't let it hurt you or let it take. I'm sure it does, but like honestly, just feel sorry for her. She really needs to work on her real relationship with God because it's not real. But at the same time, if that's her response, you don't want to be in that group.
I thought that as well.
Like I'm gonna pray for you and your group because you're not getting the right things.
Yeah, I thought that. I thought all of that, and like it didn't like. I don't know what. I mean, yes, it bothered me, but I didn't like dwell on it or let it affect anything else. I was just like, I need to find my group.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's obviously not mine.
No. I mean, I literally would have just thought that. I'm like, well, that's not a group I want to belong to.
A really specific religion. I don't know that they are, but maybe they are. And they just like didn't want to like come out and say like, you don't believe the same way we believe. So we don't think you would like vibe here. I don't know. I don't know.
You know them?
I know them, but I don't know, like maybe their religion is super specific and I don't know about that.
I'm going to give you a little secret here too. I told one of my friends, I'm not going to say who.
Okay.
She was having some trouble with her sister, taking advantage of her and kind of just like taking advantage of her. We're just going to leave it there. Anyways, and she was having a hard time saying no to her. Okay. And I was like, next time your sister tells you that like blah, blah, blah. And, like,
was this Brooklyn?
No. To you. It tells you like whatever, like throws the stuff on you like she does and then tries to like manipulate you with it, whatever. Just say, I'm sorry, I can't. I have Bible study. I was like, now you have to actually go and read some Bible. But like no one can say anything against Bible study.
Yeah.
Because what? You don't want me to follow Jesus? You don't want me to learn about Jesus? I can't skip my Bible study for you. Like, you know?
Unless they don't welcome you to Bible study.
But I'm just saying, maybe it's not real Bible study.
It was real. There were pictures.
Did they had their Bible sitting out? I mean, what do you mean? They took pictures of their notes.
They had pictures. They had snacks and they had Bibles.
I'm telling you, I know for a fact that like there are plenty of church groups, like literally even at my church, like they have Bible study groups and stuff like that. A lot of times you just hang out.
They will really, like, I bet I will get a lot out of going.
I will say some things that we probably didn't touch on and are things that people feel is like struggling against maybe being a different religion than your family. I'm sure that's a really, really hard one, but I think that's one of those things. Start learning on your own and stuff like that. I was the only one in my in my family that left the Catholic religion. It's not some big deal or whatever. I just started going to non-denominational church. Like, it's fine. My mom was mad at me. Barb didn't talk to me for like 3 days.
I think she felt like she had failed.
Yeah, but she didn't because I'm so much closer with God now.
She learned.
She did tell me that later. Yeah. Like years later, she did tell me. Anyways, but I would go to church alone. I would just go to church alone. I mean, I started doing that at like 18 or something. I wanted to try a different church. I didn't have anybody to go with it. I just started going alone. So do not be afraid to go to a different church or try a different religion by yourself. I'm telling you, if you are at the right place, you will feel it and you will feel welcome. And if you don't feel that or they don't welcome you, it's fine. Try another one. Do not give up.
There are so many.
Yes, there's so many. And unfortunately, it's not just like a one size fits all kind of thing.
No.
Some churches are not going to be for you. Some churches are going to be maybe more cliquey, maybe more fake, maybe just don't believe in the same things as you, maybe a little bit too strict for you or too formal. Like, keep trying them. Okay. Don't give up. I swear, because your goal is closer to Jesus. The church is just another way to help you learn and create community and stuff like that. So either way, start working on it like personally with yourself, read scripture, get a devotional book. If you are starting from scratch, like literally if you're starting from scratch, I will try and post, like share some links if you have a really good one, which you do have a good one.
Did I never give it to you?
Yeah, you got me one.
Oh,
it's good. But I have a good one too. And I have a good one I did before this one that honestly I feel like is a little bit even more of a starter
like
one.
a beginner.
And it's for women. So I'm going to link a couple of those in the show notes and I'll try and share them on the Instagram story. But if you don't have any idea where to start with like religion or having like a belief in God or literally anything, I would say start with a devotional book.
You honestly can't go wrong
you really
at any
can't.
point in your faith journey with a devotional book.
You can't. And if you are like very unsure still or starting from scratch or like maybe you don't even like so much believe right now, I feel like a devotional is really good because you can just start with it's looking at it almost as like a motivational thing and just like makes you better and makes you feel better. And then it's going to help you branch then into growing your faith and growing with Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you're starting from square one, I would get a devotional book. Anything else you can think of like that?
I mean, if you want to, like I said, when I felt like I wanted to be closer, I surrounded myself with people who were.
Yeah.
So surround yourself with people who are reach out. Maybe not to the people that I reached out to.
And I mean, I've reached out to people. Like I said, I reached out to someone and she like pretended like she was going to, but then like never really did. I don't think don't get your feelings hurt by that. They might just be
keep
struggling
trying,
with their own
because
things.
I've seen plenty of people say like, oh, I go to this Bible thing. Anybody that wants to come, let me know. Like, we'd love to have you. So they're not all like
there's
that.
definitely people. I will say, a lot of the churches that I've gone to, if you do it through church, like through your church, they've all got groups and they've got so many groups and they try, it's almost like eHarmony or something like that. They're like, oh, you're like this age.
Yeah.
And
we try
you don't
and match you with this season of life.
You know,
people.
like you're like in your mid 20s, you're not married, you don't have kids. We've got a group for that. Or we've got a whole group of like dads. We've got a whole group of like, you know, but honestly, it does
We've
help.
got an app for that.
Yeah.
We've got an app for that.
But I think that helps. So like trying a church would do that. And even, so I watch Elevation Church online. It's from North Carolina. Strange. I've never been to it. But they even have, and I really like Shoreline Church in Dallas. Both of them have community groups online. They like do Zoom calls and stuff. So you can literally do it from the comfort of your home if you're like scared or intimidated or want to just like click it off whenever you're ready. I mean, honestly, like, you know what? I was feeling it. I can't do it today. I don't know. Like you do it at your own pace, whatever. So like they even have online groups. There's so many things because I just feel like a lot of times I don't feel like I have a ton of options because we're from a small town.
Yeah.
But even my church,
I mean,
here,
I still
they
feel like
still
we
have
have
groups.
a ton of churches.
We do.
Even
we do.
for being
I don't,
a small town.
but like you just sometimes can think it. So yeah, there's definitely tons of resources. The Bible app, it's free. I swear, it's free.
It's a good damn thing.
It really is. But there's so many good things on there. There's so much great information on there. One of the big things I like is a verse of the day. You just click it, turn on your notifications for it. It sends you a verse of the day. And then one, it just pops up as a little notification. You can read it. But two, if you want to click on it, they have a whole video, like someone reading it. They have some more stuff around it to read. You can change it into so many different Bible variations. They've got so many different Bibles on there. It's so great. And then it also, if you want, like there's other things you can read like related to that, but they also have like, I don't know what they would be called.
What?
But they're like almost like a devotional, but it's kind of just like a, I don't know what it would be called. They're called something, but you go and you like, they're almost like a little class. It's very short. It's all through the app. And it's just like, you have to read something through like each day. It's something. It's like, I don't know what it's called. It's called something. Either way.
You just looked like Sierra. She does that.
Really? They have so many of them and you can just search whatever you want. And then you just like click that one and say you're like a part of it. And then it like reminds you every day and you like check off that you read that. And then you like answer some questions maybe, or like just like think some stuff like that. but they're really good. They have some on anxiety, they have depression, they've got divorce, they've got all kinds of things, family stuff. Like literally, like they'll just help you bring Jesus into those parts of your struggles and stuff like that, and like help you work through it. All in there for free.
That's pretty good.
It's insane. So the Bible app, I would download that and start it. Anything else you can think?
I need to not be one with the couch. But I'm done. I'm pretty much done.
You're freaking not even talking.
I was talking. It was your turn to talk.
It was your turn to talk.
I did a lot of talking.
Okay. Anyways, I think we're going to end it here today, guys. But if there's anything we missed, because I feel like even last week we finished and we were like, why did we not talk about inflation in our business?
Yeah.
Which
I was so mad at
one.
myself. I was like, I literally was laying in bed and I sat up like exorcist almost. And I was like, we didn't talk about inflation from a business perspective.
Yeah.
Which was a huge thing for
Yeah, I
us.
don't know how we didn't even think about that. I think it's because we just like came up with the topic like right before.
And I feel like because we already like
We're through that phase.
yeah,
We're just like
we bypassed it.
We're just like inflation won. No, just kidding. But yeah, if you guys think of anything or you need any advice or have questions
And
or want to
honestly,
talk to someone ever,
follow
just
us
message us.
on our like private Instagram pages. And if you need a friend, like I will be your friend. I will talk to you about God. If
Yes,
I have a
yes.
Bible study, your ass will be invited.
Mhm. We don't care if you don't believe all of the same things. It's okay. Maybe a Bible study will be one of our community meetup things. That would be good. I don't know where we would do it at.
Here.
Oh, just like sit on the floor?
I mean, we got some seating still.
Oh, okay. We can clear off the table.
We could sit around the table. It could be like the Last Supper. Pizza.
There's definitely going to be pizza. Okay.
That would be
I think that would be a
fun.
good one.
We need to do that.
This is one of those things where like I plan them and then Brittany never has it work for her schedule or
That's not
shows up.
true. That's not true. My schedule is like open.
Okay. Either way, but yes, feel free to message us on our personal Instagrams. I'm at Brandy Fallon. She's
Nah.
what's
Brittany
your name?
something. I don't know.
Brittany Fawn Carpenter, I think.
Is
What
it
the
my
frick?
my middle name and
I
everything?
think so.
That's a lot.
I'm not sure.
Are those fireworks?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Either way, if you need help with anything like that or need someone to talk to, feel free to message us. And I think that would be a really good community meetup. I hope that we
It would
actually
be.
make
That would
it
be
happen.
fun.
Okay.
We need to do it.
But
Tell
we'll-
us, message us, and see if you think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, if you guys would be up for it, message us and let us
Because
know.
if it's going to make people like feel, I don't know, singled out or like uncomfortable, we won't have to do it. Like,
What do
I
you
don't want
mean?
anybody to be uncomfy.
Uncomfy about what?
Like they want to come to a meetup, but they like aren't sure they want it to be about a
So come to a
about
different
a
meetup.
religion. I know, but I'm just saying, like maybe they'd be like, well, I'd rather have a different meetup first.
We had a different meetup.
I know, but I just mean like another one and then the religion one later.
That's fine. If we do this one and you would come, just let us know. If it's not for you and you want to wait for the next one, that's cool too. Okay. But we will talk to you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye.